Another round.
Yes.
Another iteration of finishing the hat.
Absolutely.
Ritual, John. I'd like to ask you about ritual.
Rituals, yes. Very good subject for me, of course. As you probably know from our conversations, rituals are very important to me, probably because I was brought up as a Catholic, and, you know, rituals are sort of ingrained in you as if you're in the Catholic Church. And, of course, I was an altar boy and used to do the Latin ad introabo ad altare Dei, etc., etc. And, of course, it's full of rituals, the incense and the lifting the host and all that. And I found that, in a way, that segued quite naturally into film going for me, because, in a way, the experience of going to a cinema is not unlike going to church. You know, you go into this large empty space. There are other people around, but you don't talk to them. The lights are usually quite low. It's usually quite warm, and there's a sort of miasma. It isn't incense. It's disinfectant and BO, and all that. And then, of course, you're all focused on the screen, and then the lights go down, and the screen gets bright, and it's almost a sort of mystical experience. So I found that to be very seductive.
Okay, so you found kind of comfort in the church of cinema.
Yeah, in essence. Yeah, I won't say I was exactly adoring these people, but you know, it has been said that film actors and actresses are screen gods and goddesses, and I suppose for a lot of people they have that larger-than-life quality.
And do you find that you've ritualized other acts in your life, even in the day-to-day?
Oh, sure. You know, there are things like relationships with women. You know, the whole thing of approaching a woman, of inviting her out, giving a woman flowers, paying compliments. I used to watch Fred Astaire a lot and watch how he did it. And Fred Astaire had a wonderful style with making himself agreeable to a woman, and there was a ritual about that I kind of
what was one of the things you noticed most about his
the thing of things like paying a compliment. You know, it's not easy. You know, in Australia, it's kind of courtship consisted of a guy showing his muscle and saying, "Feel that."
Yeah.
You know, whereas I would say, well, to a woman, for instance, would you like me to cook dinner for you? And that was something no Australian woman had ever had. Anybody would prepare dinner for them, would serve them dinner. They were astonished by this, but it was the ritual of it that was appealing.
Interesting. And then throughout your life as a married man, have you ritualized any anniversaries or any?
Of course. Yeah. You come to Paris, you know, Christmas here is such an important time. The whole ritual of Christmas, as they do, they put out shoes, you know, to put your gifts in, rather than stockings, you know, that you're supposed to have. There's the tradition that at Easter that the bells are supposed to go to Rome during Lent, and then they all come back on Easter Sunday, and as they pass over France, they strew chocolates, which is where the Easter egg hunt and so on comes from in France. Well, this is again a ritual of putting out the chocolates for the kids to find on Christmas, on Easter Sunday. I loved all that. I really enjoyed it.
Okay. I think we're about there so we have another question from you, presumably.
Yes, exactly. Well, is it my turn now? I swing in the other direction. Okay. Following on from this question of rituals, I know you're not particularly religious, but I wonder whether there is any place you've been to where you feel that you could say of that place that it was holy, for want of a better word.
Okay, a holy place.